Hi, my name is Cindy Rang, and we're from the FabriChat.
And I'm Brianna Motzkus, and it's time for FabriChat.
My daughter and I have owned and operated a busy quilt shop in Washington State for over 20 years. We have a retreat center, an active YouTube channel, and a large pattern line featuring our creations. My two sons work on machines. One daughter-in-law is our videographer, and the other is a long-arm quilter. We are a family that love each other, we laugh together, and every once in a while we get some work done. We have a crew that are saints for their efforts at keeping us on track. Thanks for joining us on our wild ride.
Good morning. So it's Wednesday. We, of course, always look forward to this. We've had a little bit of a bad week that we just want to mention. We've lost 3 people in 1 week, and we just want to say briefly to Misty, Glenn, and Kelsey, if you guys need anything, Brianna can be in Georgia in a day.
Yeah.
And she's ready, and we're
thinking of you. We love you all.
Thinking of you guys. And we lost Chuck Van Valkenburg.
Yeah.
Really good man. He was a local police officer. He was my my brother's father-in-law. And I just want to say a quick thing about that I stood next to Jordan at the funeral, and they did the flag ceremony.
That is a beautiful
It is
part.
a beautiful thing, and I think it just makes me think every time the reverence and the respect for the flag. I can understand why patriots and veterans and those of us who love our veterans have a hard time when anybody is disrespecting the flag. And I just want to say, without any controversy, I just want to say that if there's some way to support Black Lives Matter without disrespecting the flag, we need to figure that out, because it's hard to watch that. And that kind of brings us to the idea of Veterans Day, which is coming up in just a little while, or of course, like we like to say around here,
Veterans Week. Yes, because there's so many in our lives.
We celebrate it. We are patriots. We love our veterans. We have a whole week of things planned. And so we have a bunch of different events, some free patterns, some extra things, people we want to introduce you to. And we're super excited about it. We just, we are very patriotic and find ways to celebrate those that have served for our country. So anyway, and we have lots here. Deb is a veteran. Deb's husband is a veteran. Of course, Jordan is. The third person that we lost this week was Mirth Coddle. And we're remembering her. We have a special little post on Facebook today for her. Mirth was one of my favorite people. Yeah. She was a quilter that came to all of the classes. She came over all of the time. She was very involved until she moved down to Oregon to be closer to family as she got
Was
older.
it Oregon? I thought it was like Snohomish.
It was right. No, it was like on the border. It was like Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think the daughter lived in Oregon, and
she was right in the middle.
Yeah. So
good.
Yeah. Yeah, so she moved away, and we saw her last fall for a little while.
She came up and visited.
But then we hadn't seen her for a little while, so we lost Mirth. And I just I think about her, and I wanted to mention that because, again, it's been kind of a bad week. And what's happened with Mirth, her name was Mirth Coddle. And so I used to always say when I would see her that it's time to coddle your Mirth. And of course I'd give her a hug, but that always meant something different. You know, that you have to be responsible for your happiness. You have to find a way to coddle your Mirth, to find happiness in every day. And, even when it's difficult, just find some joy in something. And, I was thinking about that, and, dogs and kids and different things that you can find some reason to laugh and to have a good time. And I'd said to Brian last night that, the next time I go into the store, I was missing the kids, and I thought, I'm just going to the store and find some random kid.
Yeah.
That I'm going to hug. And then you got to run like hell.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Someone's
happened.
coming after you.
Yeah. But then you can't hug somebody because it's illegal.
It's illegal now.
So you just have to do a little visual.
Yeah. To
and
your
they're not
mask.
that
Yeah.
yeah, the cops are going to be called on that. But
For sure.
anyway, find a way to coddle your Mirth and think about Mirth with that. This is Mirth. So we'll do, we did a class, gosh, it was 6 years ago because you are the bride.
Yeah.
And we did, this is called our Millie Pincushion pattern. And all of us in Pincushion Club, we all got the pattern and we made our own mini-me's. And so I am holding bolts of fabric with glasses. Sabrina's got her great big boobs, and they're hilarious. And Millie is holding cookies because she always brings. I mean, we haven't had classes in 8 months.
She still does.
Yeah, she brings the homemade chocolate chip cookies made that morning. Carolyn and her long braid has her dog with her. And then, let's see, Cheryl Walker is the one holding the orange heart. And then the purple one was the one that I made for the class. It's nobody. It's just the little mini Millie doll. And then the red one with the flower is Kim. And
Millie's daughter.
Millie's daughter. And then the other one, the one holding the heart, is another one that I just made for the pattern, and it's kind of nobody. And then, of course, there's Sandy, and Sandy is Owens is a preschool teacher. So anyway, it's a fun little pattern. Is that one available as a download?
I think so.
That is the funnest thing to do. We sell a lot of that pattern. It's just an easy thing to do to make a little mini, not that you'd put a pincushion in it, but anyway, and Mirth, it looks just like her, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It does.
Silver hair and the gold rimmed glasses.
Yeah, and the quilts. So anyway, Mirth, we love you. Thinking of you. And all right. So other thing too is we just want to show these. Our friend Lori from Bothell, who we've not yet met in person.
Yeah.
Somebody that I think watches, and she sent us this beautiful, these are amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll get some up close pictures of these, but these are just amazing. She actually sent us the little pattern. I think I'm going to try it. I'm not sure if I have enough patience for this, but you're obviously fusing wrong sides together, and then you cut it and you glue it and you weave it, and I am amazed. And so she made enough. There are 6 of us, and so I think we'll share these, but we're going to put them on our tree this year. And I'm not sure if COVID has canceled Christmas yet, but
it just darn near canceled Thanksgiving, so buckle up.
It's I know, it canceled Halloween.
Oh.
Damn it.
We're going to be excited. There's no, caped people walking by.
Yeah, nobody in masks.
I hope if will still do that. Their food drive. They do their food drive every Halloween evening because everyone's home. So hopefully the fire trucks will still come by and get some canned goods. Yeah.
I'll bet they will because it's kind of hard right now.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Lori from Bothell.
Thank you. They're beautiful.
Did we say thank you about that? Super, super nice. And then the other thing, too, we had some other comments. We do read all of the comments on our Facebook messaging, and we get lots of emails and YouTube messages. We try to keep up. And there was a lot of concern about the Frixion marker. Brianna and I both use it all the time. All the time. And I'll tell you, here's the deal with that. Probably, I don't know, I lose track of time, but maybe 6 or 7 years ago, quite some time ago, when we were at market, we went to we always go to the schoolhouse that features the newest notions and what's going on, and you kind of get to see what they are. And there was actually a representative from Pilot that was there who was talking about the Frixion marker and why it would work. Because, of course, none of us would ever put ink on our fabric. It's just not something you ever want to do. Well, the deal with the Frixion marker, and it's spelled with an X, and it is the Pilot brand. Do not get the generic heat away ink. Don't even mess with that. It's specifically this marker. But what it does is it's not really ink at all. It's 2 different products, and it's this gel. And the way that he had described it, and I understand it, is the decoder pens, which I think was way before your time, right?
I think we had those.
Did you have decoder pens?
We have those,
So
yeah.
one person would write something and the other one would have a highlighter. I don't know what secret a 6-year-old would have, but whenever it was, you could find the secret. And that's what it is. It's that stuff. It's not truly ink. But here's what freaks people out about it is
The white mark.
and the mark will come back. But here's what the deal is. Remember that it's these two components, right? And so what'll happen is if you iron it away, it leaves that second component there that's this gel. And the funny thing is, I sort of think of it like a snail's. If you
take your Frixion mark, your Frixion pen, any color, and draw on the right side of black fabric and iron it away, you'll see what we're talking about. Any color, whether it's
we should show them
black
that.
on black.
It leaves a funny, and I'll actually use that on purpose. If I want to leave the mark for embroidery, I want to leave the mark on there. And so that mark is there. And if I don't take that mark off when the fabric reaches 17 degrees, not 19, not 18, 17 degrees, the mark comes back magically. So here's what happens is you iron away the one component, the inky component, and then if you wash away just with a clean sponge and water, it doesn't have to be soap or anything, just take off that little jelly snail trail mark, the ink will not come back, not even if it reaches 17 degrees. So anyway, we love it. I have used it since that class. I use it all the time. I use it on customer quilts. I use it on all of my quilts. The mark, and after I've ironed it off, and for me, when I'm using it on the long arm, just the friction of the needle will heat it away. And then I just take a clean sponge with a little bit of water, wipe off the rest of it, and nobody knows that I've marked on anything.
Also have the rubber tip on the other end.
Yeah.
That is the eraser part of it, if you wanted to do it that way. I find that it kind of distorts my fabric a little bit, so I prefer the iron or the water.
Yeah. But it's fantastic. Never had any trouble, but a lot of people have commented, said, wait, that's not intended for fabric. It is.
Yeah.
The Pilot representative, they market it heavily, but again, you have to be careful about generic products.
Right.
You know, that's why Best Press, you know, they've never listed what's in the ingredients, because then other people will come up with other versions of it. And so, you know, whatever it is that's in it, make sure that you buy the name brand, because we know that works.
I know the other question I have, some of them that come in, because we're in a really hot region of the state, it will not like disappear in your car or in your purse, or if you're traveling to a retreat in the summer and you have it in your notions bag, you will make it with ink in there. It doesn't just disappear in the...
But if you've marked on your...
Yes, if you pre-marked on your fabric to go to retreat,
and you leave it in a hot car, it's gone. Yeah. Put it in the freezer.
Yeah, and it'll come back.
And when it reaches 17 degrees, your mark comes back.
Yeah. So,
it's all good.
there you go.
Yeah. All right. The other thing that we wanted to share with you is the Tridazzle Tip.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Brianna's video, was it last Monday? Seems so long ago.
Yeah, last Monday.
She did the Tridazzle quilt, which was super popular. A lot of people
and I've seen a lot of
loved it.
Yeah, and a lot of pictures you guys are sending. That's great.
Yeah. And we did, I'm going to let you tell them. This is a variation.
And this is a variation of it. So when Mom did the Row Sampler series, in every end of every lesson of your block, there's a hidden class in there. So if you watch those and get to the end, there's going to be a way how to use that technique and make it into your own very quilt. So this
and
was
which class was this?
Was this like 4, 3?
3 or 4?
It's early. It's at least,
Row Sampler class.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in there. And so it's the same technique. So you're going to make your half square triangles, but instead of sewing it to another half square triangle like your Tridazzle, sew it to a solid square. Draw your line and make sure that you're sewing your, draw your line, sew 1/4 inch on either side across that seam to create that X. And then you're left with this Shazam. Yeah. And so when you do cut them apart, you actually have a left and a right because of where your triangles sit.
Mirror image.
Mirror image, yeah. And so it gives you this kind of ribbon look. And this is Splendid by Robyn Pickin. You can probably tell with all of her really pretty artwork that it looks like...
She has a look.
Yeah, that it looks like all her other collections.
Super cool designer.
So we put it all together, and it's just... Cindy talks about the yardage to make these on her class, because I didn't pre-watch it, so I had good information for you guys. But you have a nice big focus piece and your 3 extra colors to make your ribbon. You make a super fast. These should be an easy easy weekend quilt. Do some cutting, some trimming. Do you have that squaring up technique we talked about? You could do that again here and whip out this really fast anything. Halloween, Christmas, winter, a beautiful floral for spring, whatever you want. So very cool. You can put borders on it. I'm just probably just going to quilt and put a binding on it.
Yeah.
Maybe a piped binding with some of that teal. It's my accent. Yeah. So, a fun little technique from what we used, the same technique we used for Tridazzle, a little bit of trimming, and yeah. So look up that class. Row Sampler Series 3, 4, something in there.
Yeah.
And Mom will give you the yardages and all that stuff.
Yeah, and with any of these things, you know, we show lots of stuff, but the truth is you can modify your sizes. And we're going to start adding, we get so many questions about, well, how do I make it queen and how do I make it king? And we'll start adding that math for you, but we are happy if you just send us a message or an email. We're more than happy to do that math for you and help you with those. Oftentimes it's just the idea of making more blocks and just making it a little bit bigger. And then the class, let's see, because... yesterday, our Chromebook cover aired, and that was Eliza and I. We did some sewing. That was super fun. It was so much fun that we are right now in the midst of planning, starting next Tuesday, we're going to start a new series called Projects for Beginners. We're going to do 8, which is going to put us 1 a week, so we're going to end right before Christmas, and we're just going to do some really fun, quick, easy beginner projects, and we've already got it pretty much planned, and we're going to start filming that.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. I think you guys have some great ideas planned.
Really fun. Yeah, so we're excited about that. That's going to start airing every Tuesday, and then Stash Buster is coming up on Monday, so that'll be good. And then I think some other little tidbits is that I know what's arriving is Tula Pink, I think, is coming in today.
The line work.
So we will get that out, but I think we'll show it so that everybody can see it. But
because those of you that have pre-ordered everything,
you'll get it.
It'll be shipping today. So you should be able to get it. Hopefully you'll get it by the weekend and be able to play before you have to get back to work. And then we will have Fabric Friday. We'll show whatever's left. I'm not sure there's much left, but we'll see.
There's no backing left.
There's no extra right. So if you love her 108, sorry guys. That was, I think, the first piece to leave was that bad boy. But we'll see what's left on Friday after I've got everything cut and shipped and all my emails answered and all that stuff.
Perfect. And the last thing we want to mention is, I think, yesterday
our show and tell thing kind of aired. So you'd be able to have seen my finished Tridazzle. I ended up putting all that sashing and the borders on it. Super cool.
So pretty.
Yeah, it's very
And
neat.
what else was in there? My finished Beeline for Baby.
Yeah, the queen size.
And then several of us, Brittany has her Easy Bargello is in there. And then the other girls too. Carolyn brought her table runners.
The table runners we were talking about last Fabric Friday about that new Radiance collection. She whipped up...
went home that night.
And whipped up some table runners because she saw that I had mentioned those. So super cool. If you haven't seen those are awesome.
And we're going to start doing that more often. You know, we're always working on stuff. And, you know, it used to be that every day when the shop was open and more people came in, people would bring in stuff that they were working on. And we would take pictures and sometimes post them on Facebook. We're still doing that, but we get less and less pictures. Yeah. And so we'll keep sharing those things. And and I wonder do you think Mary would be okay with us showing her quilt that she just made?
Probably.
Let's just do a quick little show and tell. We probably should have asked her first, but this is, we won't say. I don't know if it's a gift or anything. Yeah. I suppose nobody will know.
This is Mary. I have one of hers here.
Oh, look at that border. Where's that fabric?
Her already, that we're making, quilting up for. But yeah, look how pretty that. Look at those hearts that create this fun clover.
I love it. That is fun.
Pretty.
Mary, that's beautiful. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love the backing that she picked. That is some fantastic fabric.
So this came in the mail yesterday. Awesome.
Very cool. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we love show and tell. We love seeing what people are working on, and
Yeah.
and Lizzie is going to have her own little show and tell.
Yes.
And so watch for that. Is that coming out
Tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I think is what we're going to do.
Tomorrow. Watch for Lizzie.
Yes. It's pretty fun.
She's always in here bugging us.
Oh,
So-
goodness. Yes. What are you doing? Why are you not touching me?
Touch me.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So have a really good week, and
Yeah.
remember, so coddle your mirth.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.